Good afternoon, Smith Transport. Dan Welker here. Just wanted to do a quick review on our pre-trip inspections of our brakes and tires. Whenever you're doing a pre-trip inspection, you want to make sure that you look closely and evaluate if there are any issues with your brakes or tires. Today's video, we'll be able to examine and actually be able to tell whether or not we're in good shape or not. Now let's make sure that when we're doing this that we are properly attired. You don't want to get out and lose your flip-flops, or you don't want to get your Hawaiian shirt messed up. So we want to make sure that you have the proper attire on, because you're going to be getting a little dirty. Today's a great example of a day where, yes, you still have to get out and do your pre-trip inspections and check these areas even in foul weather. So let's get to it. Well, now here we are up underneath our trailer. This is what you should be doing when you're doing a pre-trip inspection. Now you can stand at the ICC bumper and maybe shine your flashlight through and get kind of an idea of where your brake depth is and what your brake drums look like and maybe what your springs look like. But in order to get a really good, clear view, you got to get up underneath the trailer. Take a look over here. We've got our brake drum, brake pads. Those brake pads have a minimum of 1/4 inch. They have to have at least a minimum of 1/4 inch thickness. They also have a wear indicator that will give you that. When you do your inspection, you can see the wear indicator line right on the brake pad. If it's above that wear indicator line, then you really need to get in and have those brake pads replaced. Now, to give you a better visual, I pulled out my handy flashlight, which you should have. This right here is your wear indicator on your brake pad. You should also be inspected for any cracks on the brake pad. Look at the drum. Make sure it's fully intact. You want to make sure that your slack adjusters also do not have any parts missing, that have been lubed recently. Now here at Smith Transport, our trailers are equipped with automatic slack adjusters. These slack adjusters can be calibrated simply by putting pressure on your brake. You may want to do this several times. Give it some good pressure. This is going to automatically calibrate those slack adjusters, so you don't have to get out and manually do that. We haven't done that in years, and I'm going to say that all the trailers here at Smith have automatic, but you will always want to run through this test to make sure that they're properly calibrated. You can also do this by putting the truck in reverse if you have an area that you can reverse in, and pressing the brakes when you're stopping in reverse, and this will also calibrate them. Now I'll also roll the truck forward and use my trolley brake whenever I'm attached, even though I've already done a tug test, to make sure that those brakes are working properly. I'll allow the truck to roll forward and then pull my trolley brake to make sure that that trailer is going to stop. Now we've also had concerns about our tires. You always want to make sure these tires are at least 100 psi on your trailers. On these tandems, make sure they don't have any wear spots. Make sure they have at least, there's a minimum of 2 30-second depth on these tire treads. 4 30-second tire depth on your steers. That's DOT regulation. One quick way to do that is using a penny. I know it sounds kind of silly, but if you can insert this penny, and if it goes past the top of Lincoln's head, where's hers at? That's 2 30-seconds. You can stick that penny in. You can measure. You can see we've got good thick tread on this tire. But that's one way to know. On your 4 30-seconds for your steers, use your quarter. If it goes up, it doesn't quite hit the top of Washington's head, you know you have less than 4 30-seconds on your steer tires. It's very important to make sure we maintain proper pressure on these tires throughout the year. They get a little lower during the cooler months. We got those cooler months coming up. So let's make sure that we stay aware. Always check in between your tires, make sure you don't have any debris. When you get underneath the trailer, it's a great opportunity for you to do that. Make sure that you're passing this trailer on to the next driver, and it's equipped to pull that load with without any issue.